Good evening. In our news bulletin this evening, a special tribute to the 150 soldiers who volunteered to serve under New Zealand in World War I was held yesterday, marking 99 years to the day since they sailed away from Niue. Niue High School students stand to benefit from 40 brand new computers to be installed as part of a significant IT infrastructure upgrade. The village of Avasales celebrated 40 years of Pulewhamotu in style last Saturday with the showcasing of 40 traditional Niuean canoes. The International Wahoo Fishing Competition had a mixed bag on its third day of competition, with some humming and hawing whilst others were absolutely smashing it despite the less than perfect weather. A special tribute to the 150 soldiers who volunteered to serve under New Zealand in World War I was held yesterday, marking 99 years to the day since they sailed away from Niue. The ceremony, attended by government officials and family of the war veterans, was a poignant reminder of the sacrifice our forefathers made in our name. Most of the soldiers fell ill and many died due to the cold and exposure to new diseases while serving in the New Zealand Pioneer Battalion.
99 years ago, 13th of October 1915, exactly around this time of the evening, this is the actual cliff top. This is the place where the heavy tears and the loud crying to farewell our loved ones on this day. We just all imagine the emotional going on among the Niuean families 99 years ago. A special day that we remember our 150 young, handsome heroes Niueans that left this shore. We continue to remember them.
Having been in Niue for the past 3 weeks now and visited various locations around the island, it is visible that you hold immense pride in those who served and those who did not return from the Great War. The immaculate graves and the memorials on the island are a testament to this. While the current New Zealand contingent are here to exercise a humanitarian aid disaster response, it is an honour to be able to be involved in remembering those who fought and died for the freedoms that we enjoy today.
Dotted across the countryside of northern France, Belgium, United Kingdom and the Middle East are gardens of headstones, row upon row of headstones for those who were killed in the First World War, and included amongst those are the headstones of Niueans. It was not until quite recently that I learned that after the war the next of kin were given the opportunity to have the epitaph of each soldier inscribed upon the headstone. They were allowed a maximum of 66 letters for that epitaph to be inscribed on the headstone. 66 letters. Families who would have struggled, really struggled, to find a match in those 66 letters for the sacrifice they and their servicemen relatives had made for the war effort. It would not have been any different for Niuean families had they had the same opportunity as the Australians did. Their words reveal families that were traumatised by the loss, by the war, and the struggling to make sense of that loss. Inscribed on those headstones is the love, the pride, even the anger and the despair, the patriotism, and a whole range of emotions that everybody felt by so many who had lost so much as a consequence of the war. Some are breathtaking in their emotion from those 66 letters inscribed on those headstones. They're poignant and spoke openly of the terrible loss that families had suffered.
This is a time that we should always remember. The day, 13th October 1915, we should never forget. The tears of the loved ones they left behind. The heartaches they have. They travel for months to Egypt, Turkey, France, 99 years ago. Today, maybe it only takes 20 to 30 hours to travel to those countries. Therefore, on behalf of the government and the people of Niue, we pay tribute to you for coming, especially for our celebration of the 40-year Constitution. And I hope that we will remain in good partnership, New Zealand and Niue, in days to come.
They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them, lest we forget.
Niue High School students stand to benefit from 40 brand new computers to be installed as part of a significant IT infrastructure upgrade. The upgrades are designed to provide students with a wider grasp of IT and development other than the basic operating programs. CEO of ACE Corp, Alma Gailaitis, the successful tender for the supply of the equipment, said that his company is offering a higher level of infrastructure support than just the supply of PCs.
50% of our business in New Zealand is with high schools, so we thought, well, 40 PCs don't really do anything without a good service solution in the background. So we've donated 3 servers to build a proper high school infrastructure, and it allows all of the software on the PCs to work well, and about 30 software applications on there as well. So it is a system that's just as good as any in New Zealand. So that was just a lovely outcome that we think sort of rewards everybody for our involvement, really. We love working here, and we love what you're trying to achieve and what you are achieving on the island, and we're really happy to be part of that, and it's our contribution towards that, really. So we'll have 2 people flying in on Friday, and one of them is an ICT expert on education, and so he'll be training the teachers on the use of the equipment over the next 2 weeks. Unfortunately, the holidays moved around a little bit, so it's challenging for everybody, but he'll be on island for 2 weeks, and we look forward really to hearing back how well the system has been used and is being used, because we are on the island 2 or 3 times a year, so we'll be taking a really good interest in how that's going.
The new equipment currently being uploaded and installed will provide a higher level of IT infrastructure for the school, which Alma is confident will be the highest in the Pacific.
A high school is one where you teach students lateral thinking, investigation, how to do things. It is about changing outcomes of education. It is about involving students of today in the world of technology. So instead of working on just office products like Outlook and Excel and Word, there are a lot of education products in maths. There's this file storage system there that's got lots of educational video on it. So the school will be a lot more able to have a much wider curriculum. I would say without doubt you'd be one of the best equipped schools in the Pacific for this material. So it's up to the school and the management of the school and the teachers to take advantage.
The village of Avasale celebrated 40 years of Pulifkamotu in style last Saturday with the showcasing of 40 traditional Niuean canoes. The canoes were laid out in what has been said to be the biggest showcase of traditional Niuean waka in recent times. The canoe building project, spearheaded by Trevor Siakia, has been a massive undertaking for the group and has seen many instances where endurance and commitment had been tested several times. The project, which began in November of 2013, gradually grew in size as more interest was shown from the youth and from other parties. The showcase was a great display of a traditional craft being revived, with the art of waka building and fishing taking on a resurgence of interest from younger generations in particular. The Waka Builders Group are looking to officially launch their canoes at the end of this month. The International Wahoo Fishing Competition has had a mixed bag on its third day of competition, with some fishermen humming and hawing, whilst others were absolutely smashing it despite the less than perfect weather. 25 international anglers and 9 charter boats had been battling it out in all kinds of weather in the hopes of smashing records and hauling in a giant fish. For some, things had been pretty quiet.
If you head down south, it was quite choppy. If you can get past Hullinging Point, you can get into Avoceli. But beyond that, it's a bit choppy. The big boats are all right. If you've got a big boat, you can get right round and go behind Sepa Point.
How's the fishing? I noticed you got a decent pilot there.
Yes, yeah. It's all clean living, no booze, and no kissing any females before you go fishing. Yeah? That's the secret.
How's it gone for you so far this week?
The week has been good. Catches hasn't been all that good though. I think we're at the stage of the season now where you've got to be in the right place at the right time. If you just miss half an hour on either side, you could come home with nothing.
Hoping for a good result this round?
Hoping for a good result, but it's fishing. If it's catching, then maybe, yeah, they'll call it something else.
Whilst others, it's been well worth the heavy seas, wind and rain as they faced on the points and the long hauls around the far side of the island.
Not bad, mate. As they say, you got to sleep outside. Sleep in the garage before you go fishing in the morning.
How far did you guys go today?
We went round the island today and then came around to the north side. It was a little bit windy and rainy on the south side, but yeah, managed to get through.
Pretty happy with the result today?
Yeah, happy. Then important thing is that everyone who went out got a few fish each, so they were really happy. Yeah.
Some pretty big fish you got there. Well, how's it been so far in comparison?
Yeah, no, they're pretty big. There's a good-sized barracuda there and a nice mahi-mahi today. The wahoo are a little bit small, but, they all count.
With just one day remaining, charter boats, skippers and fishers alike will be pulling out all the blocks to get in one last good round of fishing before the competition ends. The International Wahoo competition still remains strong since it first began, and with some of the great catches so far will hopefully ensure more fun and good times ahead. The Waka category of the competition has also been a fiery contest, and we hope to catch up with them tomorrow. And that ends the bulletin of BCN News tonight. Until next time, nonofua.